Hello everyone, welcome to the SketchUp Arc Studio. In this tutorial we're going to talk about Enscape interior rendering for SketchUp and how we can create more realistic renders. First of all, this is the scene that we have in Enscape, and also we modeled it in SketchUp. So I have some problem with this wood texture, so I'm going to start with this problem. I'm going to move Enscape to the right side, SketchUp in the left side. Now I'm going to click on the Enscape material editor and click on the wood 57. So this is the texture that we have. If I try to rotate it, you can see what will goes on in our project. It can be interesting, so I'm going to set it on the 50 degree for my project. I'm going to click on the back option in here, and next problem which I have is that it is, how should I say, so tough. So for this reason we can play with the height map intensity. I can decrease it to see what will goes on, and you can see it will be converted to the how should I say, more texture, not how should I say, more touchable. So 14% is not bad for this value and number. I'm gonna reduce the Metallica to the 0. The roughness is about 64%. The specular is about also some number 80%. And in the image fade I can reduce it a little bit to the 70% to see what will goes on. Now I think it's much better in some way like this, and now I'm more satisfied with this coloring. So I'm going to close it in here, press F, render number 1, maximize Enscape in here, click on the visual setting, and now I'm going to reduce the field of view to set my own position that I want for this render, some number about 61 degree. Exposure is about 50. I can turn off the auto exposure to see what will goes on, and you can see now you need to re-expose your screen manually. I'm gonna set it in some number like 58. Increase the rendering quality can help you to see what will goes on with better calculation. About outline, I can add a little bit outline, something about 9% for this project, because all the textures are same, and outline can help you to create some division between them, or 4% like this. I can click on the depth field, increase it to see what will goes on. The focal point is 4.60. I need to focus on this surface for my kitchen, so 4.62 can be enough, and depth of field is about 9%. In the image bar I can turn on the auto contrast, or I can set it manually for the shadows like that. I need more shadows for my project, so I'm going to hold it on 66%. And for the highlights, I'm going to increase highlights a little bit to the 12%. Saturation can be increased a little bit to make our render more warm and realistic. 104 is enough, and color temperature can be reduced to the 5600 Kelvin. Motion blur is 0, lens flare is not useful, bloom also is 0, and chromatic aberration is not so helpful in here. I'm gonna reduce the awakening to the 20%. In the atmosphere bar we have some brightness, which you can find it out in here, but I'm going to turn it off totally to see what will goes on. Something like that will be happen. I'm going to add it on 2% only, and shadow sharpness is not so useful. For the interior rendering like this, I need to use soft shadows. For the soft shadows you need to turn it off. Artificial light brightness related to the spotlights and some other lights like that, but right now we don't have any specific spotlights in here. So in the sky everything is fine. I can turn off all of these cloud settings, which can be effective on the interior light calculation, and use white cubes for my outside. You can see when you change the source, the lighting also change for you. For now I'm going to use clear for my project, and in the atmosphere I'm going to turn off the sun brightness. You see what will goes on, and if you reset it, everything will be changed for you totally. But now I think it's a type of a problem with my exposure, so I'm going to fix it out. I'm going to turn on the auto exposure, reset it, and turn off the sun brightness again. In the main bar, increase it to the 54%. Okay, everything is fine. Now I'm going to move Enscape to the right side. I need some small work with the lighting in the SketchUp. This is the self-illuminated texture. And also I'm going to select it, move it a little bit to the backward, like that, and take some multiple copies, like this. Okay, everything is fine. Now I'm going to click on the visual setting. Even right now I have some problem with the lighting, so I'm going to reduce the exposure a little bit to the 47%. I can click on the Enscape material editor, select almond blush. This is the self-illuminated texture that we use for lighting. And also I can increase it to the 2500 candela per meter. And roughness is not so effective on the self-illuminated textures. Maximize Enscape, edit camera. And now I'm going to increase the eye height to the 1.5 to see what will goes on. Something like that will be happen. But 1.4 can be enough for my project. Click on the save, and if I delete this chair, I think now it's better. So I'm going to click on it, and visual setting, everything is done, everything is checked, and now I'm going to set it on the Ultra HD. Click on the screenshot, desktop, and call it render number 1, and press save. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If this tutorial is useful for you, please like and subscribe our YouTube channel. You can also find the free course of Enscape for SketchUp, very simple, below this video. And also you can find the training file of this tutorial below this video. Thanks for your time, thanks for your valuable watching, and goodbye.